Hey everyone. So I kind of got this idea from the Serious Squirrel. I watched one of his videos. He did he was actually tagged in a Broseph question and answer, and he also did one on emotions, and I watched them both, and I had commented on both of them that I really enjoyed them, getting to know the other people within the YouTube community. And he suggested that I did one as well, so here I am. I'm gonna do one for you guys as well. So the first question is, what year were you born? I was born in 1986, so that would make me 29 years young, and it is awesome. What was your first curse word? That was a long time ago. I know I swear a lot now, and that's only in my videos. If you were to have known me in real life, I'm actually pretty reserved and I don't really swear that much in my everyday life. But if I had to guess, just from past experiences with other children, I would say that my first word was probably shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go with shit. What shows did you grow up with? I watched a lot of Cartoon Network, so everything, from Courage to the Powerpuff Girls to Ed, Edd n Eddy. On Nickelodeon, I watched Hey Arnold a lot. What else was on Nickelodeon? I don't remember because I watched a lot of Cartoon Network. I also, when I spent the summers with my grandma, who is no longer here with us, we watched The Price is Right and Wheel of Fortune like every single morning. It was it was pretty fun, You get a little bit smarter that way. Don't lose all your brains on summer vacation. Advice for your younger self. I kind of had a rough childhood. My entire family, well, I shouldn't say my entire family. My immediate family kind of had some hard times, and I had to grow up pretty responsible. So I don't necessarily think that I have any advice for my younger self. If I did, it would maybe be, don't take things so seriously, especially if they don't need to be taken seriously. But at the same time, if I was more of a mellow person in terms of letting things go, would I be different now? I'm pretty happy with the way that I've turned out because I've been able to set goals. I've been able to accomplish goals. I have a family. I have a house. I have a car. I have a job. If I were to have told myself something different, would I turn out differently? And I don't necessarily think that I would be okay if I turned out differently, if that makes any sense. What is your clothing style? I typically wear jeans and t-shirt and a hoodie, if it's cold, whatever. But I do have a very girly side. So if there's a special occasion, I do the whole get up. Makeup, hair, super nice clothing, the whole 9-10 yards, whatever. But typically on an everyday basis, jeans and a t-shirt. What was your favorite toy when you were younger? I spent a lot of time outside, but I also spent a lot of time playing video games. So I don't necessarily have a favorite toy, but if you consider the Super Nintendo your favorite toy, that would be it. Most embarrassing moment that you can remember. I don't really remember much from my childhood. I mean, I've had myself a couple falls, around people in school. I wasn't the most popular person in school, and I wasn't the most fortunate either. So I did get picked on a lot. But there was one time where for some reason, I must have been nervous or something. I didn't want to go to class. I don't remember, but I ended up kicking my chair, and I didn't land in my chair. I landed on the floor. So I would probably say that's more of a devastation than an embarrassment, but I mean, I'm over it. What was your first R-rated movie? I don't know if it's considered R-rated, but the first movie that I remember seeing that was not Disney was Jurassic Park. I thought it was pretty awesome that they were able to recreate dinosaurs, and then of course all hell breaks loose and they're running around and eating people and whatnot. So maybe as a kid, probably consider that an R-rated movie. I don't know, but I would probably go with that. One song you loved to listen to as a child. One song that I remember listening to a lot was Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. Still love that song. It gets me hyped. It makes me think about, my childhood. It also makes me think about GTA San Andreas, which is a pretty freaking amazing game if you ask me. Whoa. What was your favorite video game as a child? I did mention this in my Answer You video. The Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, and Super Metroid are my favorite. They'll always be my favorite. There's so many awesome games that have come out since, I was little. But those two I still play to this day. They will always be my favorite. Rain or shine, I like warm weather. I like being outside. I love to garden in the summertime. But obviously without rain, all my gardening skills would be shit. We wouldn't have, green grass or flowers. Fall probably wouldn't be the way it is if we didn't have rain. I do love shine, but I do occasionally love a little bit of rain. What are two of your hobbies? Well, we definitely know video gaming is one of them. I just mentioned gardening. I do love to be outside, and I do have a crafty side to me. I love putting things together in terms of decoration. I love decorating my house. I love painting my house. Not necessarily an artist, but I do have a very good eye for what's the word I'm looking for? Interior decoration. Pretty good at it. What do you do when you're upset? If it's something that only kind of temporarily bothers me, I tend to get pretty quiet. But if it's something that happens over and over again and it just builds up, I get pretty angry and I have outbursts. I mean, they're not like horrible extreme outbursts, I tend to get not ignorant or nasty. I do get a little bit bitchy, but other than that, I'm pretty laid back, and I kind of just, if it's not really super important, I kind of just let it go. I mean, I'll have my moment for like an hour or so, but after that, it's just like, I'm over it. I don't even care anymore. Do you believe in aliens and ghosts? We're organisms. We come from somewhere. So I think that, there's a possibility that there are other life forms out there. Have I ever encountered anything? No, I haven't. As far as ghosts go, I've had a couple experiences. I'm not really going to go into them, but I do believe that there is some sort of afterlife, around places where, there's unfinished business or whatnot, even like guardian angels. I'm going to go with guardian angels actually more versus ghosts, as I've not ever had any like terrifying experiences. They've just been like close call experiences. And I just feel like I have family who have passed away who have looked over me quite a few times. I mean, I've had some close calls where people have almost hit me and I probably should have been dead, but for some reason it just didn't go down that way. So I'm going to go with guardian angels over ghosts. What do you love and hate about the YouTube community? This is going to kind of correlate just a little bit. I absolutely love that I have made a ton of friends on here. I have gotten a lot of support. I've gotten advice. I haven't had anything, along the lines of negative criticism. It's all been super positive. As far as like what I hate about the YouTube community, I've made, like I said, so many new friends that I would absolutely love if they were involved in my everyday life. And that's obviously not something that, is going to happen besides, communicating and supporting each other, via the internet. It would, we don't really get any sort of physical hanging out type of, what's the word I'm looking for? Communication, we don't get to hang out, go out, have fun, go see movies, stuff like that. It's basically just, You know, we're watching each other's videos, we're giving each other advice. We do. I do. I have other conversations, you know, outside of, you know, YouTube and the gaming community, which is, like I said, so awesome. But at the same time, it's like there's a little bit missing there, you know, that we all probably wish we had further of. But it's, regardless, it's so awesome. So, you know, I don't really hate anything about the YouTube community besides that fact. But that was the last question. I really hope that you guys enjoyed getting to know me a little bit better. If you feel like doing this, kind of like I did, I kind of took it upon myself with the Serious Squirrel's, you know, help. But if you feel like doing this yourself, you know, that would be awesome. I would love to hear your answers, you know, see how much we have in common, or, you know, what kind of things you like and what kind of things you don't like. I think it would be really cool. So along that lines, again, I hope you guys really enjoyed. I will leave all the links down below. And as always, keep those torches bright.